Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? I'm Brian K. Morris, and this is Nevermind the Furthermore for August 31st, 2020. If you're looking for any more August after today, you are just totally out of luck. Anyway, thank you for watching us, whether it's live or on the repeats later on, and whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, which we hope you'll subscribe to our channel and give this a like and hit that bell so that you can be notified of any of our few further indiscretions on the air. So anyway, thank you very much for all you do, and please like this video on or love it even on Facebook if you would. No matter where you're watching, we are brought to you by geekinsider.com as well as risingtide.pub, and the cool kids are cascading into the room, and we're gonna do the big words today. So anyway, just so people can see, I'll see you there, my fellow Brian Rodman. Good to see you, buddy. Hope your morning's going well. Glad to see you here, man. Always glad to see somebody that spells Brian the right way. Anyway, Magic Jake Caretaker. Hi, my friend. How you doing? I am doing excellently, my man. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And from YouTube, we've got Michaela Jade, author Michaela Jade. Please pick up her incredible books, and please put in a link to those incredible books. Oh, hello. I've been waiting for you all morning. Thanks for being here. Well, glad we could be here. We missed out last Monday due to circumstances beyond our control, but we're making up for it today. So anyway, glad you're here too, Michaela. You're making my morning. And how does the picture look? I think we did a little better on the picture here today, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, Teresa Dunn also from YouTube. Mwah, good morning, Brian. A new start and a new week. That's right. We've got one more chance to get it right now. This is so cool. And Carl Wisman, hello, Michaela, Teresa, and the hidden Carly. Oh, mwah to all of you ladies. And Carl, always glad to see you. Hope the picture's looking better. And this is not with the new camera. We just did some tweakings to our settings here on StreamYard. But anyway, trying to improve all the time. Today we'll be trying to get the new camera to talk to this computer. It did pretty well with the other one, though. And Carlene says, hi, everyone. Hi to you. Mwah. Glad to see you. And also from the Book of Faces, there's Carl Wisman wishing everyone a good morning. And Christian Basil, I saw you sneak in here, brother. Can't hide. You can't hide. Michaela might put you in her pocket if you're a good boy. And Ted Davies says, hello, I'm back from vacation and back to building my brand. Won't you subscribe and enjoy all things Ted? Yes, clutch Ted to your bosom. And check it out on Ted Davies Artistry, also teddavies.artistry.com, where you can lather yourself in all things Ted, bathe and adore his soapy goodness. And also from YouTube, there's author Kathy Jackson. Mwah. Good morning, everyone. Kathy, thank you for that sweet thing. I saw it just in passing that you put on our shared on our pages, and happy friend anniversary to you. It seems like it's been longer, and they've all been great. I'm so glad you're here. Please check out the work of Kathy Jackson. Also go to Kathy Jackson's books on Facebook. If you want to learn more about books or to promote your own work, it is so cool. Anyway, Brian Rodman, good morning, my fellow Brian. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Brian. Good to see you, my friend. And Pops Van Zant, Brian, Pops, how the heck are you, brother? Hey, hope you had a good weekend. Good to see you here as always. And Dan Stockwell, always good to see you. Hi to you too. Coolness. And Magi Jake Carpenter, or excuse me, why do I keep calling you Carpenter? I've got Karen Carpenter on my mind this morning, I guess. Anyway, I'm looking for a drum solo. Anyway, Magi Jake Caretaker. Okay, I know what the problem is. Dang. Much better. Magi Jake Caretaker says, doing awesome, my friend. I got 13 in-person gospel magic shows coming up. Oh, that's fantastic. Hey, folks, what Magi Jake does is he does magic, and very well, I might add. and he ties it in with a gospel lesson. So start friending this fella and like his pages and stuff. Okay, it's good to see you here, Magi. And Carl Wisman looks good. Is that the new camera? No, it's not. I was with it this morning. See, I have a dedicated computer, which is different than the one I was in the green room in. I have a dedicated laptop for these broadcasts, and it and this just are not talking to each other yet. So I'm going to work on it. But I did a few tweaks in the in kind of like the guts of StreamYard, and I think I upped the picture quality. It was on what was it? It was like on 360, I think it was for my settings at least. Hope it improved everyone else's. But now we're at 720. I don't know if I get that, and it could be because my camera is at 1080. That might be it. Okay. Anyway, thinking out loud. And Teresa says the picture is great. Thank you. I can't help what's in it. But anyway, well, I can do this. Hold on a second. There we go. Frame it a little better. There we go. There we go. But anyway, and I also cleaned off my desk. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, Douglas Tech, good to see you, my man. Good morning to you, Douglas. Douglas is an incredible author. Please check out his work, if you would, please. Carl Westman starts invocation to raise Sarah from her coffin. Oh, yeah, and I will be working on SarahCon this week, Carl. I don't know if my original plans are going to come off, but I'm thinking if we just look for some place that maybe we can all sit around and yak at each other. And Douglas Tech, I'm still in Michigan, and it is still the weekend. What? You got an international date line up there or something that we don't know about? What the heck? Anyway, we hope if you're continuing your weekend, Douglas, then I think you're onto something, brother. Hope you'll share it with us one day. And Michaela Jade says, Brian, Carl, and Christian, oh my, in my pocket you go. And does that get us excited? Does that get us excited at all as he scrolls towards what does Meredith Walgren have to say about it?
So let's go.
My nippies got hard.
That's what I was afraid she'd say. Anyway, thank you, Meredith, for weighing in on that. anyway, let's all join in Michaela's pants and see where this goes from there. Carl Wisman says, once you get everything working, maybe you can have two cameras, maybe one for a product shot. Just thinking. No, that's an excellent idea, dude. Seriously, Carl, that is gold right there. I really do, and I have cleared off my my desk a little. It was long ago. Here's the technical background crap. Someone called me one day and said, Brian, we used to have like the laptop down on the table, and somebody one day, I had several people saying, Brian, we're tired of looking up your nose. We see your brain from there. And I said, I don't keep my brains up there. So anyway, I got a call one day from a friend of mine who said, here's what you need to do. And here's a broadcasting tip, folks. To get a really good picture, elevate your camera so that we're looking one-on-one with each other. And I have a special stand for my laptop whose camera I'm using. And it does a treat. It really does. And it puts it right at the level where it looks like we are actually at the same level talking. But I know you're so much better than I am, but let's overlook that for the moment. So I started doing that and getting more positive reviews for how the show looks. One of the first, I keep talking about sprinkling my YouTube channel with some how-to videos, and one of them is going to be on broadcasting, because increasing the amount of broadcasting on other venues that I've done as of late, I've seen a lot of stuff that frankly, it annoys the hell out of me. People don't pay any attention to their lighting. People don't pay any attention to paying attention to you. I find myself when I see the person doing this, or just kind of just kind of muttering or hiding behind something or being backlit to hell. I have to have air circulating in here. I've got so many lights right now. I actually have 8 lights working to make me look as good as I am able. Sorry, this is the best we can do. But I have to have a fan going in here because there's very little circulation, although the weather's nicer today. So anyway, we may do one on how to make your broadcast look a little bit better. So anyway, let's get with the really important stuff. Bill Sarden, good to see you. Bill Sarden, Sarden Art 76. Happy Monkeys Monday, Nevermore. It's always a Happy Valley Sunday and +1 when we have Bill Sarden here. Good to see you, my friend. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., happy Monday morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend and will have a very blessed week. You too, my friend, you too. With the unexpected and shocking passing of Chadwick Boseman, let's learn from him to live every day like it's our last and go after each and every dream and goal we have. Let's do this. Oh my God. Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., you've said the words for the day. Seriously, my friend. Also, check him out at TyroneTonyReedJr.com. Tyrone, thank you for those beautiful words there. Seriously, we lost not just an incredible Avenger, but a role model. I mean, Mr. Boseman, he managed to pack not just dignity into the roles that he does and a lot of verisimilitude. He lived it. He lived the rising tide. I saw things over the weekend where even, I guess he's been fighting cancer was it colon cancer, I think? But anyway, he'd been fighting stage 4 cancer to one degree or another for about 4 years. In fact, while he was filming Black Panther, I think he was still taking treatment for it. And you couldn't tell. You could not tell in any of his roles. And during this time, he was also visiting children in children's hospitals too, who had cancer. My heart, our heart, everyone here at Rising Tide Publications goes out to the family of Chadwick Boseman, and he may be replicated, but he'll never be duplicated. That is for sure. What a man! And thank you, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., for your wonderful, sensitive words. And thanks, my friend. I'm going to try, says Magi Jake Caretaker, I'm going to try to film the shows that are coming up. They're going to be epic. I'm sure they will. I like what I've seen so far, man. I really do. And shooting past everyone's comments here, Douglas Deck says, fishing last night, got a 34-inch sturgeon, not a keeper. Why is it not a keeper? I haven't fished in since the Paleolithic era, when back then everything was big enough to be a keeper. Was it not long enough? Was it are sturgeons like endangered? I'm just curious because 34 inches, holy cats, that's like almost a meter. Almost a yard. It would probably fit in my front yard. But anyway, it sounds like you had a great time, though. That is very cool. Bill Sarton says you're on 720, Brian. Well, welcome to WGN Radio. Well, that's true. Yeah, 720 a.m. on your AM dial. If you tune in after the sun goes down, you might still be able to catch WGN. So it is the sister AM radio station of the WGN that you see on your TV screens. And Carl Witzman says, in Michaela's pocket, gives the George Takai. Oh my. And John B. Pica, good to see you, John. Hope you're doing well this morning. And I did absolutely nothing brag worthy over the weekend. Oh, nothing brag worthy over the weekend, unless you count bringing 2 seasons of Cobra, binging 2 seasons of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Well, that's got to count for something, John. And here I'm lazy. I haven't watched all the extra features on my Aquaman Blu-ray I bought like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we've got Cookie and I have a friend who has had some serious health issues in the last 4 or 5 years. Cookie and she used to work together, and so we tried to go over at least once a week, and we hadn't been over in 2 weeks because of Cookie's injuries, which, by the way, she's doing great. In fact, she's at work right now. One of her jobs. She's at Cracker Barrel right now, and she'll be heading into the factory this afternoon. Then, but every time we take our friend out because she needs to do some shopping, and she's in a wheelchair, so that we have to bring the van, etc., etc. And those two go off because they're gals and they're going to bond and they're friends. And so I'm like, okay, I'll just wander the store by myself. And I was in Walmart when they had an obscenely low price on the Aquaman Blu-ray, so I picked it up. And Cookie is like, I have to justify my expenses because I am like a kid in the candy store. And she's like, well, what'd you buy? You bought something? What'd you buy? And I, you shouldn't have done it. Did you keep the receipt? And I'm like, well, honey, it's the Aquaman DVD or Blu-ray rather with Jason Momoa. And she goes, oh, good. Let's schedule time we can watch the Jason Momoa. And he's an Aquaman too. Anyway, so yeah, we did that, but we got to see our friend yesterday, and we went out to a spectacular Mexican restaurant in Watsika, Illinois, the the gateway to Kingsman, Indiana. So anyway, so we had a good time yesterday, but we found a great place. But binging 2 seasons of Cobra Kai—that's quite the accomplishment, John. I hope you got something else done, like go to the bathroom, and not where you were sitting. And Carl Westman says, for my show, I now have a face camera, then the old camera to the side for giving folks the finger. Okay, that's my show. And what a show it is. And the green room was a lot of fun last weekend. Sorry I had to leave when Cookie came in. She gets nervous when I'm having fun. But no, it was a real good time. And so if you want to get in on this, go to Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. Contact Uncle Carl or me or Donna Carlene on Facebook, and we'll let you in. Now, the thing is, you must not be offendable. You have to be totally unoffendable. In fact, being offending is kind of a plus there. So anyway, this Friday, Uncle Carl's going to do the drunken rant, in which instance that he and Donna get what is technically known as a snootful of fine alcohol, smoke some really nice cigars, and then just crowd the interwebs with humor, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's audience participation all the way, and you'll like it. And Travis Gibb didn't say hello to you. See that you showed up, sir. Glad to see you, sir. And let's see, who else have I got here that I have not said hello to? Rochelle Lester, mwah. Hey, if I haven't said hello to you, please at least say good morning so I can say hello to you. And we got a whole lot of comments here, and let's see if I can. Oh, we got a comment from. We got cool people. I gotta catch up. Because you guys are awesome, and I need to say hello to you. Anyway, I cuss a lot, and Carl gives the finger. That's why our show is only for the most stout of weirdos, says Carlene. Well, Carlene, if I have my way, I will try to do my best to bring in the creme de la creme. And here we go. Here's the bus pulling up right now, number 23, pulling up to the curb and disgorging itself. And if you've ever, and some of us need a good disgorging every now and then. So anyway, Carl Witzman continues. I had Donna watch some videos from some streamers, and she was amazed how bad some of them were. And even the content was poorly thought out. That is the killer. That's true. If you have, if you ever, folks, want to do broadcasting like Carl or myself or Pops Van Zandt does, I think you do a terrific job, Pops. There are just a lot of things that you can do to make it a little more personable. Notice that I'm looking at you, and actually my eyes are everywhere. I'm looking at like your comments. I'm looking at my phone. But I see people for long times, like turn off their cameras or just look down like they're. I've seen some people like reading while they're supposed to be on the air. I feel that if you have given your time to me to listen to what I'm saying, I mean, even if you are just listening to me, or if you're feeling me vibrate, hi, Michaela, you deserve my attention because you're giving me yours. So if you look up and you see me looking at you, and yes, I can see you, and your fly's unzipped. Okay. Anyway, Carl Witzman says from YouTube, those weirdos are our people. Yes, they are. I fully embrace that pronoun there, our people. And Douglas Deck says, agree with that. Yeah, the evidence is overwhelming. And if you're commenting on what Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. said, we all agree. We've got to agree with that. And if you don't, you're welcome to leave, seriously, because you possess no human soul. Tyrone, that was touching. Yes, good idea. And 34 inches, Frank. or as Michaela would say, stubby. Anyway, Pops Van Zandt. Great indie event last weekend. CromCon 6 next weekend. My birthday in the middle of the week. Epic. Oh, Pops, you've got this week planned out, brother. I will do my best to show up during CromCon. Might even invade a program or two. But anyway, Pops Van Zandt does, a great thing. And I'm glad you mentioned Indie Event. Congratulations to Meredith and everyone involved in the Indie Event last weekend. And I'm glad you said that because I really want you to, all of you, if you didn't catch it on Saturday, please check out the special edition of Clever Tile Pending that we had on Saturday. We were with Russell Allen, a frequent visitor to the show, RussExplode.com, also XenonaniteTitan.com. But it started out as Russell's a good guy. I like his comments on here. And I thought, well, we can have a conversation. And the man has a novel coming out that he strongly wants to put into graphic novel form down the way. He has an incredibly well thought out promotional campaign. But the thing is, we mentioned Chadwick Boseman. Well, in fact, Russell will probably not be on the show today because he's at the doctor because he has a similar ailment, shall we say. And that's really all I want to say about that. But anyway, the man could have rolled over. He could have said, "Oh, woe is me," and I've got like about 8 different ideas of things I want to do. And then he decided he'd rather pay the price of the effort than the price of regret. And he is making his writing dreams come true. And to hear him, if you can't get over your paltry distractions, and I'm prey to them too, and get your backside in gear and start producing stuff, then I don't know what I can tell you. The people who are getting ahead in this business, like Pops, who's got a comic on Kickstarter, like Carl, Douglas, Michaela, Christian, I can go up and down the line here. You all are movers and shakers, whether you feel it some days or not. And you're getting things done. And we've all got distractions. We all have demons we wrestle with. We all have problems. We all have things that get in the way of what we view as the perfect way to create, but we're doing it anyway. All right, so I'm, it was a great interview. I was so happy to talk to Russell Allen. I could have talked to him all afternoon. What a great guy, and I had no idea about how in depth how deep his story ran. So please check out RussExplode.com or check out his Facebook page. He also does some great interviews with creative people. But check it out. He has a great story, and I'd really love it if you all watch. And don't forget, tomorrow night on the regular edition of Clever Tile Pending, we're going to have the amazing artist Clayton Merwin on here, who appears on this program occasionally. And he is an incredible illustrator. He does a lot of paperback covers, and he'll work on yours if you want. You'll pay him, but anyway, but he's worth it. He's a fantastic artist. Check out his work on the latest work by Charles F. Milhouse. And anyway, please join us. We're going to talk about freelancing as an illustrator, and he's an awesome guy. I think you will enjoy his story too. And Carl Wisman is mocking Michaela with his laughter and urging us all to drink. We will. I'll give you more reason. And I am driving into the office late this morning, so I'm listening but not watching, so you won't see very many comments from me. Well, John, just pull over, do this safely, and comment all you wish, because you are a wealth of fun on here. Seriously, go to johnpica.com and check out all the things that Big Daddy Cool is into. Also, check him out on Patreon and support his Impossibilist campaign. And hope she likes me. Hope she likes mine, says Pops Van Zandt. How could she not, Pops? It's you, dude. And there he is, the one, the only Christian Basil. Rise, more Monday Morris monster. Rise from your sacred throne of chi, the bathroom. Rise and spread your monster seed to your minions. Well, back up a couple feet, close your eyes, and get ready for the spray, Christian. Christian, also, while we're here, and I keep meaning to do more of this kind of stuff so that you guys can figure out some really cool things to watch when I'm not on the air, check out what Christian does, and he does so well.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Hashtag become part of the legend. Watch The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on legendofthetravelingtardis.com. Also check out his Facebook page where 37,000 people say they like what he's doing, and I'm one of them, and I think you should be too, all right? And next is Brian Rodman. I would love to point everyone to a podcast by a good friend of mine called What the Niche Podcast. I like that name. Honestly, it feels like an NPR segment that focuses on a variety of different folks from all walks of life, authors, artists, filmmakers, teachers, etc., and exploring their unique perspectives. Personally, I think you'd love it, Brian. I will write that bad boy down is what I'm doing, brother. All right. And it is What's the Niche Podcast. And if you have a link to that, Brian, I would appreciate it, and I'm sure our listeners would too. But thank you for pointing that out. And see, now this is an instance where somebody may not be talking about themselves and deserve some extra attention. So if you know someone like that, put that in the comments. Please share that with everyone. And also, if you have a creative endeavor or a business that you own or a charity that's close to your heart or whatever, put it in the comments. And as long as it's not anything that you couldn't show your mom, yeah, we've been getting not a lot of it on YouTube, but we get some idiots who watch the show during the reruns and decide that this is a great place to put their how should I put it? Oh yeah, filth. Although I don't really want to get too comedy in that regard, because who doesn't like a little bit of this, right? Anyway, that's for the people who are watching. Anyway, we I like adult stuff too. I make no bones about it. He said bones. And but when people are putting in sites that are pointing to, just so you can tell from the address, this is someplace the Department of Justice might like you to not go before they slap the cuffs on these idiots. I weed them out and I ban them. So, and we had someone the other day, in fact, during the show, make a rude comment. If we're ever, he'll never be able to find us again. I've made sure of that. Anyway, we still need to get over to your show. Wow, we watch a lot of shows, not enough time in the day. Yeah, it's my problem, Carl. There's too many good YouTube shows. There's too many fantastic podcasts. There are too many shows like this. Actually, there are no other shows like this, so I should be your number one priority, people. You keep coming back. I'll keep doing this thing, okay? Plus, we're going to add to the noise on YouTube, probably starting later in September. So we've got some scripts and some ideas going for some videos, and we're going to get that fired up soon. But anyway, as long as we're adding to the noise. But yeah, there's not enough time in the day. There's too many great Kickstarters, too many great comics coming out. I'm having to get fussy, because my time is valuable, and I need, so it's everyone's, and I need to get creative stuff done. And speaking of creative, there he is, George Sarraud. George, glad to see you, brother. Hope your morning's going well. Good morning, everyone. Latest episode of Excelsior Journeys goes online tomorrow, and last week's guest got 2 big voiceover gigs because the right person heard my show. Very cool, George. That is awesome. Talk about podcasts that are worth your time. This is one of them. Check out Excelsior Journeys. George, thank you very much for that promotion there. Seriously. And Christian Basil, Jason Momoa equals the tasty tuna helper. Moving on. Christian, we are still going to have a unfiltered show one of these times. We're going to do it we're going to probably do it on some place where we create minimal fuss. and we might not save it. We might record and just share it between ourselves. But we're going to have a show with no filters, okay? And you are so invited. You have no idea how invited you are. And you're going to love the new stuff I'm coming up with. It's going to feature Christian rock in it. Magi, Jake, that sounds incredible. Very, very cool. And Carl Westman, sometimes I even print out my notes and tape them above my camera to remind me to look at the camera or make faces at it. I know. Yeah, well, the thing is, I used to do television a long time ago, way back when. And I've done movies, and it's funny, in movies you're not supposed to look at the camera pretty much unless the director gives you permission. But no, I used to do fund drives for our local public broadcasting station, and my specialty, get ready for this, was Doctor Who. So I picked up a number of really good habits, including familiarity with lighting, and I mean, I could really stand one more light in here. Believe it or not, I've got 8 of them. I've got 3 off to my right, and I've got 5. 3 are pointing in my direction, but 2 are bouncing off my ceiling, so that's not bad. You should also have a light coming down from above if you can. But anyway, light yourself up, people. And I'm not talking about insulting a cop so you get tased. But yeah, I've got a number of notes surrounding me as well. Some things I don't need a reminder of, but I have it anyway, just for comfort. So anyway, we do what we can to make this show a little bit better. And I do have like I do have like a semi script that I kind of sort of use to intro and exit each show. So anyway, you do what you gotta do, people. And if you have any questions on broadcasting, I put myself out for promotion and writing, but please, if you have any questions on broadcasting, I'd be happy to do what I can for it. And there she is. Good morning, Nevermorians. The giantess herself, Meredith Logren. Meredith, you did a great job this weekend on Indie Event. It was a fantastic time. I watched what I could, and what I couldn't, I'm going to try to catch up with. You did a sensational job, as always. You are the glue that holds the Indie Event together. And Clever Tile Pending was on Indie Event with Russell Allen. He exploded. Did you watch that? I have to admit, the show got off to a rocky start. Now here's the glimpse behind the scenes. Russell forgot I had sent him a link. And I also send, when you're on my show and you haven't done this sort of thing before, I send instructions on how to get set up in StreamYard and how to join me on camera. So you're not, you're basically ready to be interviewed or to have a discussion, and it's then it's on me to make you look good, which most of you I don't need to do much because you're awesome. Well, he got on like about 30 seconds into the broadcast because I went ahead and launched I'm trying to write him, like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm ready. And I'm like, no, you aren't here. And I said, he goes, well, you got to send me the link. I said, well, the link is, look up above you. And he did show up. And he was fantastic, though. He was fantastic. He has got one hell of a story, as I said earlier. So please go to the Indie Event page here on Facebook. Also the Geek Insider page here on YouTube. Also, I have it posted on my YouTube page. Please, and when you're there, please become one of my subscribers because I'd love to do it in front of you every time. And also ring that bell so you get notification. But anyway, you had some great shows this weekend, Meredith. I was really proud of you. See, you don't need me. I only did 1 hour. You didn't need me. Anyway, Christian Basil says, I have entered the dark dimension of author Michael Jade's pocket universe. The vibrations among the cosmos begins. Good feelings all around. This is what Brian Wilson was talking about when he mentioned good vibrations. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be for you. Anyway, the giantess appears on the horizon. Good morning, Meredith. And Russell will be having a huge panel during CromCon. Everyone should check it out. Pops, yes, seriously. Like I said, and we hope that Russell's getting some good news today. But Russell had an incredible story, and if I had known half of it before he asked if he could come on my show, which is usually a flag to me. If you ask to be on my show, it means something's seriously wrong with you. Because I think, God, I see all these slick shows, and I'm like, why am I not among them? Oh yeah, I'm running it. That's why. But anyway, check out CromCon, and Pops, if you can put in a link where people can follow CromCon, please feel free, man. Me floor, Sue floor. You know what I'm saying? And yes, Russ has an amazing story. Does he not? The thing is, if you can watch that and still come up with an excuse for not getting your dreams out there, then you're beyond anyone's help. You really are. This man is dealing with some medical issues, not just his own. And he decided that he was going to get it done because he wants to leave something behind. And that's something I think we all need to be thinking about, regardless of our ages. All right. And pay the price of effort and not the price of regret, my prom night. Well, Christian, I don't know. You seem like a guy who could take control of things, and I bet you gave yourself a hand to get through that night. Anyway, Pops Van Zandt, Pops is totally nonprofit, just trying to get everyone else a buck. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not above making $1 or $2, Pops, because I just seem to spend it on other people's Kickstarters anymore. But anyway, speaking of not being a mercenary, I'm not among those people. In your upper right-hand corner of your screen, and let's see, do I have it? Yes, I do have it, right there. Right there. See that QR code? Aim your phones at that and click, and that will take you directly to my Amazon sales page. And if you see anything there you like and you don't want to pay the postage, if you don't have Amazon Prime, one, buy enough books, you should get free postage. Otherwise, send me a list of what you would like, and I'll shoot you back a price list. If you buy a whole bunch of stuff, I will give you a discount. And if you buy at least 3 copies of any book, I will. If you want to resell them yourself, I will cut you a deal. Also, we have all kinds of stuff on there. It basically takes you to my Amazon sales page, so please check it out, all right? And Carl Wisman says that should be another scroll on this show, probably. Don't pay the price. Hashtag don't pay price of regret. Hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Carl. Yeah, and I think, that's the thing. That's one of the things that motivates me and actually, gives me a little bit of courage to do some of the stuff I do. There will come a time when we are gone. To get maudlin for a moment here, there will come a time when we recognize we are about to go on to the next step of our great adventure. And we all have things we want to get done, but everything is accomplished. You can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. You hear it, but it's true. I'm living proof of it. Carl is proof of it. Pops, Christian, Meredith. You put your shoulder to the wheel, and you fuel your head with knowledge. Not just fill it, but fuel it. And treat everything you do as a learning experience. And you'll never pay the price of failure. You'll pay the price of accomplishment. And even not succeeding. In fact, I was looking through a really good book last night that I just picked up from a Humble Bundle, which is another thing that I really enjoy supporting, is the Humble Bundle, where you can buy books and comics and games, and you get a significant discount, and the money goes to a charity. And I bought a whole bunch of books last night on broadcasting and branding that I'm really looking forward to tearing into. And about a month ago, I don't remember what charity I was supporting, but it was a good one. I have a complete set, a digital set of the Walking Dead comics. All right. So I'm in for some good reading by Robert Kirkman and Charlie Adler. So I'm but it's like a maze, it goes to a good cause, and the prizes are so out of this world. So check out Humble Bundle. And I think the thing that I took advantage of is now no longer being offered, but they have new things all the time. And like I said, they have video games, they have books, they have comic books, and you pay what you want to. I picked up 16 different books, most of them from the Dummies series. which costs. You can pay that much for any one of them at the bookstore. And I got 16 books for $15, and the money went to a cause that I can get behind. So check out Humble Bundle. All right, but yeah, thank you very much, so much, Carl. I appreciate that as always. And Meredith Logren, next indie event in November, horror thrillers theme. Indie creators and pros, comics, music, and movies are invited. I'm glad you moved it to November. Because I remember you were talking about having it in October, and I'm like, I may actually have an appearance somewhere. Pardon me. So maybe I'll participate. Who knows? But anyway, check out the indie event. Check out what they did last weekend. Check out a couple months ago. A lot of good stuff got on the air. And Michaela J says, I play both ways. Meredith, Teresa, and Donna. Oh my. Good for you. We like a versatile player. And Carl Witzman, oh, count me in, Meredith. I have a thriller now. I'll even create a public show for it. Yeah, and I've got a couple of and not just horrible things, but I've got this book. You can pick it up if you shoot that QR code in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Also, if you go to neolleafpress.com, pick up the Nightmare Collective with myself and Rick Bradley in it, and Jen Thompson. Plus, we do a little bit of science fiction, Quest for the Space Gods, from Flinch Books, and also the big seller Sampenstein. You can pick it up all at once from that little QR code up there. And Christian Basil says, the regular episode of Clever Title Pending. That means there's an irregular episode of Clever Title Pending, and that's the show I want to see. Actually, most of them, to one degree or another, are pretty irregular, if only for the inclusion of the host. And Christian Basil, hashtag bring Cookie home, hashtag bring me to Sarah's home, hashtag put me in Michaela J's pocket, hashtag have Meredith direct the whole thing, hashtag have Brian narrate the story. I would be happy to narrate the particular story. Oh, man, and I shot past a whole bunch of comments here, and I apologize. We're going to catch up here. Hold on here. Oh man, did I shoot past a whole bunch of people? I am so sorry. It scrolls. That's one of the things about StreamYard I could be happier about, is that sometimes I get a dump of comments from different sources, and then all of a sudden I am so way behind. There we go. Teresa Dunn from YouTube says, good morning, Christian, and she's probably getting ready to put the phone in her pocket too. And Christian Basil, hashtag become part of the legend. Thanks, Brian. Christian, thank you, brother. You put on a good show. I'm proud to. I've been on an episode. I'd love to come. I can't wait to come back, and I love what you're doing, man. You earned your success. And okay, Michaela says, Carl Witzman, your last comment has me thinking. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. What you gonna do with the other 14 and 30? Anyway, Sarah, good morning, mwah, darling. Good to see you on YouTube. I love you, and I hope you're doing well this morning. And also from YouTube is Meredith Logren. Oh boy, Carl, what is your warp mind coming up with? She said coming up. And Carl Wisdom says, you can probably guess, Meredith, as he greets Sarah, who probably picked the wrong time to show up. And Sarah, who knew that I was able to post 10 hours before the show? I found out last night. Yes, that's true. You can sometimes make a comment when you see an announcement for this show, and you'll have it in the queue. And Michaela, oh my, says Teresa. And Phil Thompson, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us on Saturday morning. Decided to use Fiverr instead of spending $900 on the self-publishing hero program. Yes, Phil, you asked about that hero program. And Philip, that is another example of what we call a vanity press, where they take money and they don't give you a whole lot for it. Philip, everything that I do, that we all do here, you can do because we looked it up. Now, if there's something beyond your capabilities, yes, Fiverr is a good place to start. In fact, who was it? Self-Publishing for Dale. Mr. Dale Roberts had a really good video last week, I think it was. He spent some money. He went to Fiverr and he hired 5 different cover designers and gave them the same basic information and graphics, and saw what they offered in return for the price they offered. Because Fiverr starts at $5, but for more bells and whistles in the service, you pay more. And in this case, he went from I think it was like $15 to $800. But of course, for the 800, he got a lot for it. He really did. But it was a really interesting video on varying skill levels and checking turnaround times and the ability to work with people. Terry Rashiel. Terry, good to see you. Hope you and Pam are doing well. So, yeah, if you check it out, it's called Self-Publishing with Dale. But anyway, Phil, good for you for reaching out and finding people that can help you get closer to your dream, my friend. And Brian Rodman says, here's that link to What the Niche podcast, and it's excellent. Check it out. Check out that Bitly address and listen to that podcast. I'm going to check it out later myself, sir. And there he is, the one, the only, is Joe McKeel of Stupid O'Clock. Check out his page on his page on Facebook. No, we haven't had enough coffee. And we may not get enough coffee to make up for that. But anyway, Joe runs a great show. And Joe, I watched the Saturn X launch yesterday. Wow. And I think the thing I was most impressed by was the first stage re-landing. Holy cats. I hadn't watched it, any of those through to that point. I am way behind the curve. What an amazing demonstration. Anyway, howdy, Brian K. Morris. You are going to love the new StreamYard feature for clever title pending. Which one is that? I haven't read my emails this morning, so we get more bells and whistles. That's the one thing I love about StreamYard, that even the free version gives you a lot of stuff. It really does. I mean, when I first got involved with it, the free StreamYard just let you go to like one place. You couldn't use I think you still have to pay to use your own graphics. But and I'm on a shared account here, but I would pay the $40 to get the full thing. You know, one of these days if Meredith actually kicks me out, which I'm surprised she hasn't done already with all the crap I pull here. But anyway, Meredith, I went in actually, if you're listening, and I improved my picture quality by going into my camera settings, and I found that my camera was set as, you know, like what would it be, like 360, and I kicked it up to 720, and here we go. And if it ever gives me 1080, I've got a camera that'll work with it. But anyway, well, actually, I could dumb down my camera. But anyway, this is working pretty well. So anyway, I always love what StreamYard does. So if you ever want to do your own broadcasting, I recommend StreamYard completely. Now, OBS is my second choice. Now I've kind of foobarred mine, so I need to fix that. But anyway, Carl Witzman says there can't be too many good shows. Plenty of shows, though. Yeah. What we can do to cut down on those would be great. No, actually, there's room for everyone. You know, if you want to run a show that looks, if you don't want to put prep for your show, that's fine. That's fine. You'll find your people. If you want to, not have a great dialogue, if it's all you talking to people, that's fine. You'll find your people that want to hear that. There's room for everybody. It's not like there's zero-sum success. I mean, I look at some of the offerings from some of the most popular, and I do mean most popular broadcasters on YouTube, and I'm like, this stuff is stupid. It doesn't speak to me at all, and I cannot see where it would have ever spoken to me. So it's not a matter of age. So I just watch this stuff, and I'm like, this is boring. But they made their success. They found their tribe, and good on them, So anyway, let's move on from my rant. Pops Van Zandt says, Lady Death, Sworn Nation invades the Monday Madness tonight at 8 p.m. on YouTube. Check that out. Are you getting Brian Polito on? Oh, man, I hope so. Brian Polito's fun. I used to see him at shows about 20, 25 years ago. But yeah, and it's funny because I used to do shows with a guy that sold, he started out selling ball cards. And he moved into selling Lady Death stuff. And I asked him one day at a show after I got to know him, I said, that's kind of a dichotomy. You're selling like sports cards on one half of your table, but most of it is like Lady Death stuff. Are you a fan? He goes, no, my son's the colorist. Jason Jensen, I think it was. And it was his dad. So anyway, that was kind of cool. But anyway, check out what Pops does. He has some great conversations on his shows. I really do like him. And or Christian tuna tacos. Oh yeah, let's. And what's a filter? Carlene asks from YouTube. That's that thing other people have, people other than you and I. Which makes us so adorable to those around us, I'm sure. And Carl Winston says, "Don't worry about filters, Carlene. You're fine as you are." And I'm sure he meant that like you're fine as you are. And Sarah, she doesn't. She has minimal filters too. I'm glad to say, and I adore her. I need to say hello to you sometime, Sarah. I've been a bad friend. And Douglas Tech, I like the captions. Thank you. Originally, this was the original format for the captions, but we had some people that thought it was hilarious to put up a wall of words that really didn't have a whole lot of meaning here. And I like the short comments myself, and most of you do that. So I decided to make it a little easier to read. And as long as people don't abuse the privilege, I will keep this format up. So I'd rather, and I've talked to some people, I'd rather you make like 3 or 4 elevator pitches than one huge one just because you think it's hilarious to fill up the space. And in fact, if I have to, I'll stop reading those. So, but anyway, if you guys like the bigger captions, please let me know. And if you don't care, that's fine too. I'd like you to voice your opinion because this show runs a lot of what you guys think. I care what you guys think, except for the thing about get a new host. In truth, Carl, she is, says Sarah. Sarah, she is. She really is. And Carlene, oh, thanks, Sarah and Carl. And you're welcome, Carly. See, people are nice here, unlike me. And Meredith says, Carl Witzman, that was a brilliant idea. You had to host watch parties for some of the shows. It was like following you around at a con and knowing where to go next. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I do like about the indie event. I don't know if I got a lead in, but I definitely talked up Roland Mann. It's like, he's following me. He's more interesting than I am. I saw he had Ron Fortier on, too. I like Ron a lot. He's the publisher at Airship 27, does a lot of great books. One of my bucket list goals is to get a book published at Airship 27. They do such a good job with stuff. But anyway, Indie Event turned out really well, Meredith. You did a great job on that. Sarah says, I managed to be able to comment and like this show 10 hours prior, and that means a lot. Because, Sarah, I've got to say, to come in here and see the 10, like about a dozen people that already said they like the show, it's like, oh, that's a nice ego boost. That means we can have conversation that soon before it even starts. Yeah, definitely do that, seriously. And Luke Stone reached 50% yes for his goal for hybrids on Indiegogo. If he reaches the stretch goal of 8K, I will get my first comic book credit. Please spread the word, Meredith. That is a great goal there. Plus, if you own all the hybrids issues, you don't have everything hybrids. Luke Stone is going to, and Luke Stone, I did see you show up later. We'll get to your comments, but check out that Indiegogo because Luke is putting together a trade paperback. You can get some great alternate covers from some really terrific artists, including a holofoil cover. That's the one I'm going for. And also, he is adding some extra content that was not included in the original run of Hybrids, The Sons of Gods. And not only does Meredith Logren have a two-page story in there, Brian K. Morris will have a 2-page story in there, and he will be joined by the great Eric S. Hawkins. The Team Supreme, the Stan and Jack of independent comics, are reunited again, and please check it out. So make Meredith's dream come true, and if you're a fan of mine, and I appreciate you when you are, believe me, I do, please check out that Indiegogo and give generously. Even $1 will help it a lot, or just post it on your page, the notice on your page, so that your friends can see it, because maybe one of them would like that book, because it's a fantastic title. It really is. And Pocket Universe, says Sarah. Oh, Sarah, next time I come visit you and I see you have more pockets than a kangaroo. Well, they've only got one. But anyway, but if you've got a lot, if you're wearing like a vest with all pockets and a shirt with extra pockets and cargo pants, I know you're thinking about Christian. But anyway, and I will be brokenhearted. But Brian Rodman says, by the way, if you enjoy horror and fantasy comics, head on over to brianrodman.com and check out his series, Memoirs of an Angel. It's about a cosmic war that's been raging for centuries between infinite and finite beings who come together to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Join the adventure today. I've got to check that out. Brian Rodman, that is great copy. That's you make it sound like it is fun, and I'm going to check that out, brother. I really am, and I am covered in lint now, says Carl Witzman. And so, if one of you ladies would like to take some double-sided tape and stick it to yourself and roll all over Carl, you'll be performing a great aid to the man. And Sarah mocks his comment with her laughter, as does the giantess Meredith Walgren. And Carl Witzman says, Sarah, start the comments 10 hours early, and Brian will be behind in the comments before he even starts. I don't need any help in that regard. I'm behind him already. And let's see. And there he is, Russell Allen. Hello. Hey, everyone. Russell, how you doing? Russell, we've been talking you up after your amazing interview last Saturday on a special Clever Title pending. And Russell, PM me if you want or whatever. Tell me how things went this morning if you've gone. All right. Anyway, check out RussExplode.com and find out Russell Allen's story. And also, he has a tip jar. You can contribute to get him a little closer to his goal of publication. Plus, he's going to be running a Kickstarter later this year and hopefully in November. But you'll learn all about it if you go to my YouTube page and subscribe, hit the bell so you'll be notified of future broadcasts, and you'll get to see an incredible interview with an incredible man. Russell Allen, he not only is creative, he's a destroyer. He destroys excuses. Anyway, Pops Van Zandt, and there is the Facebook page for CromCon 6. Everybody check it out. And exactly, Carl, I left one last night, and we love you for it, Sarah. And Russell Allen, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, my friend. And thank you again for being on the show Saturday. You were fantastic. And speaking of good shows, Darren Morgan, hey, mother, how you doing? Hello, Moonlight Films is a brand new film on YouTube. Blood Cove 2, Return of the Skull, starring Lloyd Kaufman. Do you like Toxic Avenger? Do you like the class of, did you graduate from the class of Nukem High? Well, then you'll know Lloyd Kaufman's work. Anyway, check out the Moonlight Films YouTube page, subscribe to it, and watch a lot of their stuff for free. All right, and I gotta set up some time to watch Blood Cove. Darren, good to see you as always, man. I miss you and everyone down there. Hope you all are doing well. Pops Van Zandt says that today the future of crowdfunding begins. And all right, talk it up, Pops, talk it up. Seriously, I know what this man's about, and check it out. It is like it's like Kickstarter, but just for comic creators, and I'm excited to see what's happening there. Pops Van Zandt, and last but not least, 3 days left to get behind the project Mojo Risen, The Darkness Rising, issue 1. Check it out. That's a beautiful looking book there, and Pops, you should be very proud of it. I'm proud of you. Michaela Jade says, I am not only working a full-time job, I'm helping one of my daughters start a business, and I homeschool 2 teenagers. Oh yeah. And then there's my books, which are my dream come true. Hashtag never too late. I hear you, sweetheart. Hey, I've been a professional writer since 1997. And I didn't get my first real book out until I was in my mid-50s. And I am pumping them out. And Michaela's right. It is never too old. Look at Grandma Moses. She became an incredibly successful painter at the age of 76. All right. There's a lot of people, start this in later part of life, and I'm significantly older than Michaela Jade, yet I'm living the dream. All right, and there he is, Luke Stone. Good morning, Nevermorians. Luke Stone, good to see you. Saw you all weekend on the indie event. You look good, my brother, and hope you're doing well. And please check out the Indiegogo campaign for Hybrids, the Sons of God's trade paperback. You think you have all the issues? You don't have everything. Hybrids, you got to get it. And Christian Basil, hashtag bring Cookie home. Oh, yes, we did. We read this earlier. He wants to be put in Michaela Jade's pocket with Meredith directing the whole video thing and me narrating the story. I want to write the screenplay. I swear. Well, I swear every damn day. Pops Van Zandt, Wednesday I turned 57. Okay, I'm done now. Get the hell off my lawn, youngster. That's all I've got to say. I'm 64 and I'm kicking it. All right, it just gets better and better. And Ron Fitzgerald needs to get in on the next indie event. Sarah, he's on my list. He's on my list of people to talk to. Because I don't like booking clever title pending out too far because crap happens. But yeah, I definitely got to talk to our boy Ron, the master of dark sticky illusion. And if you want to find out what that's about, go to fitzgeraldsrealm.com. He is an incredible guy. And Teresa Dunn, says Christian Basil. And Sarah, mwah, says Christian Basil. And Carl Witzman says, I hope Phantasmagoria comes back to Indie Vet. Me too. The show last night was fantastic. I love Phantasmagoria. If you've not seen them, they have a really terrific Facebook page. And it is kind of a steampunk and supernatural and dance and prose and all kinds of really cool things. And and they put on a hell of a good show. Plus, they uttered the magic word. Did I put that away after the weekend? I think I did. I gotta look for something here. Or maybe I didn't. Well, it's around here somewhere. But anyway, Buttbeard. God bless them. During the first indie event, someone had said the word Buttbeard, and it became our new hashtag. In fact, it's my ongoing hashtag for these programs, because it does trend every now and then. And so they actually worked it into their routine that night. But anyway, check out Phantasmagoria. They are amazing. And tell them Rising Tide sent you. And Joe McKeel, give me a shout after the show and I can show you. But short of it is you can place on-screen guests in any position. Oh, I did see that, Joe. I did. I haven't practiced with it yet, but well, actually, I tried practicing with it Saturday and it wasn't working. But anyway, but I did see that. That is great. Thank you for reminding me of that. We may be playing with that tomorrow when we have Clayton Merwin on Clever Tile Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be fantastic. He's an amazing illustrator. And we're going to have his work on one of my books come hell or high water. That's the way it is. But anyway, check out Clayton Merwin. If you are interested in learning what it's like to be a freelance illustrator, this is the man to talk to. Or if you're looking for and he's very reasonably priced, I will say that. You're looking for an artist, whether it's for your interiors or the cover, the man knows his stuff. He's a crazy talent. Really is. He's going to be a fun guy to have. And Russell Allen says, I had a great show with you Saturday, Brian. Well, we had a great one with you. What a coincidence, Russell. Thanks for the opportunity to be on with you. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun too, Russell, and your story is an amazing one, brother. And you're a hell of a guy. You really are. And I think once everyone sees that go to my YouTube channel, look up Brian K. Morris, and check it out, please. We think you'll be incredibly amazed. It was a good interview. It really was, and you made it so, my friend. And if he reaches 8K, I get another comic appearance, says Pops Van Sant. Now, are you one of the creators, or is this some sort of deal you made with Luke? Anyway, just curious. And Beth Sturgis, there she is. Good morning, all. Beth, glad to see you. Congratulations on your nominations for the PenCon Awards. That was a delight to see, and I know you'll get at least one vote. Anyway, and I ain't talking to you. Anyway, congratulations, Beth. Please check out Beth's work on Amazon, if you would, please. And catching up fast, Philip Thompson, what websites do you promote your books, Brian? Basically, YouTube and Facebook primarily, but I also do some paid Amazon advertising that I haven't checked up on this week. I need to see how profitable I am. But that's something I think you should do when you've had your feet wet for a while, because it is a whole education on its own. So, but yeah, and also my own webpage, risingtide.pub, which, speaking of Rising Tide, if you've been watching, please check out the scroll across the bottom of the screen. In fact, let me see if I've got a better one. Okay, we'll use this one. Let's see. All right. Hold on here. Let's hide that. All right, and let's edit. And I'm going to kill the scroll and save. And here we go. Yeah, because right now we have a monthly newsletter at risingtide.pub. You can sign up there, or you can go to http://bit.ly/capital R little SNG capital T little D 01. And or if you're on Facebook Messenger, send me your email address and I will sign you up for the newsletter. It will be going out tomorrow night around 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to do something a little different this time as far as our presentation. So please check that out. All right. We're doing something a little different. And if you like it, we'll keep doing it. And if you don't like it, I hope you'll let me know. Anyway, Christian Basil says, I want to visit Sarah's Pocket Universe. My TARDIS is bigger on the inside. I think it's the outside that makes the difference. But anyway, Meredith Logren says, as soon as I settle on the dates, Phantasmagoria is getting an invite. And she'll probably attract them by saying, I won't have Brian on. I'll make sure Brian isn't there. In fact, I'm blocking him. Anyway, Christian Basil says, Brian is already 10 hours behind. He started the show an hour ago. Yeah, see, you can leave me a comment when I post the news on this, and then you leave a comment, and already I'm behind. I'm already in the weeds. And I know that satisfies a lot of you people. You sick you. Anyway, Meredith Logren continues. I'm thinking about a 5-day event, Monday through Friday, a few hours each evening, leaving the weekend free for family things or an indie event roundup. You know, that's not a bad idea. You could have like a best of, or you could represent the shows for the weekend. Call it by popular demand. But that's not a horrible idea either, because the weekends now are so freaking crowded. You know, before the My Sharona, Miley Cyrus, Peter pandemic, we had like conflicting conventions all the time, and it's now been replaced by conflicting online conventions all the time. So there's a lot of noise out there. So we got to think of ways to get that message out there. And sweet Meredith, says Carl Wisman. And Brian Hawkins from YouTube says, good morning, programs. Well, sir, welcome to the battery. Hope you're having a good day in your delusion. And glad to have you here. Brian put in a link to your Facebook page where you talk about fundraise, your crowdfunding page. All right. And Pops Van Zandt, indie crowdfund is designed to bring retailers to the indie world and put indie books on store shelves. Today at 2 p.m. Tune in. Pops Van Zandt. I say this in all sincerity. Please post a notice of it on my profile page, and I'll try to migrate it over to Rising Tide Publications, or you try getting on Rising Tide. Some days people can do it. Some days people can't. I don't understand. It's all Facebook, Pops. But please help me. Let me help share that. All right. And character appearance in Rog Mahan's story, same as Mojo Risen. Raj created. I don't know if that's Rog or Raj, but either way, same as Mojo Risen. He created it. Very cool. Then we'll be in that book together, Pops. And Pops is like, Luke, kill my story. Anyway, Beth Sturgis says, thank you. If anyone wants to vote for my work, here is the link. And I hope it shows up later, because I don't see it there unless it is a trick of StreamYard. Carl Westman, good morning, Brian. Sorry, I was watching on 2 channels and didn't see you come in. He is multitasking. And Pops Van Zandt says, Raj and Luke hooked up for the connecting covers, and now Luke brought Raj into this, which in tune brings Pops. just like saying Candyman 3 times, there's Pops, right? Anyway, very cool, Pops. So if you support that campaign, you're not going to be getting Luke Stone's incredible work on Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. You're also going to get Pops Van Zandt's story. You're going to get Meredith Logren's very first comic book story. And I've seen her early writing. She is awesome. She really has some fantastic ideas. Plus, I will be in there, as well as Eric S. Hawkins. And I know we're not the only 4 in there, but there's 4 great reasons to back that campaign. So please, Luke, if you would, or Meredith, put in that link, just the link, later on upon hearing this, all right? And share it on my page. Let's get you going. And Nevermorians, we are calling on you again. And that's what she says. It's Meredith Logren. Yeah, and Christian Basil says, little D, I will be happy to dispel all the myths. Drink. Oh, you're about to get canceled there, Christian. Anyway. Ah, how dare you say you're good at math? Anyway, I got Kindle Kids Book Creator for my laptop. Good for you, Phil. That's a step in the right direction. Well done, young man. And Joe McKeel says the pessimist sees the TARDIS fading away. The optimist sees the TARDIS materializing. The realist sees a police box. The doctor sees three idiots standing where he needs to land. Oh, Christian, you gotta get Joe on your show sometime. Joe's a riot. He really is. And Pop says, Raj's story, I'm just a character. Well, I know you're a character, but what did you have to do with the tail? That's what I'm wondering. You are a character, Pops, and yes, I hear the stones whizzing through my glass house. And he has creative control too. Pops takes a beating. Well, there you go, folks. If Pops ever gets on your nerves, please donate to Luke Stone's Indiegogo campaign. Hyper's the Sons of God's trades paperback, and watch Pops get his. All right. Every time I annoy Raj, he gives Pops another whooping. Oh, let's say, think of all the 20s that saves you downtown. And Carl Witzman says, I can't keep up with watching his show on 2 channels and all the PM. How Brian does it. I don't want to be as popular as Brian. And I'm looking to become more popular. I'm, not really popular. Popular is the wrong word for it. I want to have a larger platform. I want to grow my platform, and not just, in terms of monetization. I want to be able to provide a platform for all of you. So, it's rising tide. That's why we do it. And Jeffrey Hayes, artist supreme. There he is, Jeffrey Hayes. Good to see him, my man. Added new art to ArtStation for folks to review. Some new and old cover art. Please check it out at artstation.com/Jeffrey Ray Hayes. Also, he's got a page on Facebook, and he's going to put in his website address, I am sure, because I've just implored him to. And check out his work. He's an amazing artist, and he and I are going to be working together real darn soon. And yeah, it's hell being popular, huh, Carl? Yeah, feel my pain. Come on, feel my pain. I'll tell you where to reach for it. Anyway, Joe McGill says, oh, and the fangirl screaming, take me, take me. Oh, and God only knows who he saw, which one of us he could be talking about. And Gordon Kessler, great to be on GKISpy.com. Good morning to you, Gordon Kessler. Check out Espionage Scout series. Gordon's an amazing author, an amazing guy. Glad to have you here, Gordon. Hope your week is going well so far. And Christian Basil says, I want to have a larger platform. I want to grow my platform. Drink. Well, while I'm getting more to drink, I am going to turn that off, and we are going to hear the dulcet tones of the one, the only, Mr. Carl Witzman. We'll be back in about a minute or so.
Ooh, that's made my nippies hard.
If you love comic books, you'll love ComicsPriceGuide.com, the world's largest comic book price guide. Basic membership is free, and you'll have access to an amazing message board with a fantastic community of your fellow collectors. You can also upload your comic book inventory and manage its value in real time. Learn more about your favorite comics with their database of over 950,000 comics. It's a great place to sell, buy, or trade comics. So celebrate being a geek and sign up for ComicsPriceGuide.com today. Looking for highly entertaining pop culture podcasts with high production values? Then check out the Journey into Comics podcast network at JourneyIntoComics.com. Nate Phillips and his crew deliver an amazing variety of downloadable podcasts on a variety of pop culture subjects, from comic books to entertaining with friends, from Doctor Who to professional wrestling. If you have a geek interest, the Journey into Comics podcast network is made just for you. For a complete downloadable selection of their shows, go to JourneyIntoComics.com. You can also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher Radio. So, for an incredible selection of pop culture podcasts that consistently deliver insight and humor, check out JourneyIntoComics.com today.
And Covfefe. Life is good once more. Anyway, thank you, Carl Witzman, for that ad, and thank you, JourneyIntoComics.com and ComicsPriceGuide.com for all that you guys do. And now let's get back to your comments here. Brian Hawkins says, Carl Witzman, yeah, LOL. And Carl Witzman says from YouTube, okay, it's like the 30-pound cat we have complaining about his food being late. Sure, Brian, sure. And Louis Lawner, haven't talked to you in ages. How you doing, man? Greetings from St. Louis. Been busy writing novels in my universe. Excellent. That's what we like to hear. The Pacific Northwest will never be the same. Writing while staying at home has been fun, especially when I find a lot of stories in the media. And it's those stories in the media that make me want to shave my veins half the time. It's either bad news or news of unrelenting stupidity. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting really fussy about my news these days, among other things. I can't wait till we go back to fake news. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Louis, it's so good to see you here, man. I hope you're having a great Monday so far. Missed you, man. Hope all is well. And let's see, Jeffrey Hayes. You can't tell me what to do. Oh yeah, okay, I'll do it. Go to the interwebs and check out plasmafiregraphics.com, or go to the Book of Faces and check out instead Plasmafire Graphics. That's plasmafiregraphics.com, and you will be set alight by the talent of Jeffrey Hayes. You really will. Looking forward to working with him. And Carl said that didn't sound like me. Carl, this was before puberty hit. Okay. The minute your naughty's got a little bit closer to the floor, his voice deepened, and now it sounds like the rumbling of distant tectonic plates. You know what I'm saying? Ted Davies, get your cigar on. Ted and Carl's Cigar Hour. Let it go there, and let's all go there. Let the YouTube. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to create a flow here, and I'm like, what? Anyway, check out Ted and Carl's most excellent smoking adventure, as they face the music every other week, while by helping you get an appreciation of tobacco, is particularly in cigars. And I admit I've watched the episodes so far, and I've really dug them enough that we're going to unwrap that little stubby you left me, Carl, and go ahead and drink, Christian, everybody. It's a cigar. Anyway, check it out. I find it really interesting how you guys analyze cigars, and it's the sort of thing that I think as writers, unless you have just like a serious aversion to even mentioning smoking in any way, if you have characters that indulge, I think it's a good way to get inside their heads, and if they have an appreciation, say, of finer tobacco, this is really useful. It's kind of like developing a mental palate for such as wines and stuff, or coffee. So anyway, please check it out. Check out Ted and Carl's most excellent show on cigars. All right. And I'm trying to find where I left off here. Here we go. Mikhail J says Cassidy's entire world has been destroyed, leaving her at the mercy of an uncle who keeps dark secrets. Hawk has been cursed. He'll be damned if he puts Cassidy in charge. Fates be damned. And she's going to share that link with us. That's her brand new book, and it is awesome. And Ted Davies, let the smoke clear. There we go. All right, that's more like it. He's going to clear out the smoke. If you have any questions on appreciation of fine tobacco, so please check out Ted and Carl's YouTube channel there, okay? And Joe McKeel, sorry to end on a bummer. 23 years ago today, England awoke to news of a tragic event in Paris. Oh my God, that's right. Joe McKeel, you are so right. And that's the thing. In a couple of weeks, we're coming up on the 19th anniversary of one of ours, like the Chinese curse says, may you live in interesting times. Here's hoping we survive them. And Carlene says, yep, he said stubby, drink. And there goes Carl going, gulp. And Meredith Longren says, I wasn't going to say anything, Carlene, but visions of a mushroom in a hayfield came to mind. I don't know why. For what I'm thinking. And I'm not saying she got excited, but...
Ooh, that made my nibbies hard.
but she got excited. And Carl Wisman says, I'm glad that our enthusiasm shows through on the cigars. It really does, Guy. It really does. You and Ted both. You are both incredible presenters. And like I said, I have a greater appreciation of it now because, I've had cigars. Back in my day, you try stuff, right? That's what college is for. And send me those films. But anyway, but no, I tried smoking some cigars, and like I've told Ted and Carl that my first endeavor in cigar smoking, one of the few actually, were those you could buy them by the bag. It's a boy or it's a girl, and those are that's something I think that people should not start with those. Those are horrible. I remember the first one, and I knew how to smoke one for my reading. I know you don't inhale the stuff. You're going to take in some anyway, secondhand, but kind of, sort of. But I knew better than to directly inhale it. But as it was, it's like tears are rolling down my face, and I am sick to my stomach. And I am like, I asked the guy who gave it to me. I said, when the hell do I know when I'm done? It's like this is torture. And he's like, I'll understand if you don't finish it. And I'm like, good. So I extinguished that thing, threw it away. I said, thank you for thinking of me. But however, this thing is ungodly. But no, when we had MichaelaCon, Carl left me some beautiful boxes that he'd had some of his cigars in, and I'm loving them. I'm just trying to think of great things to put in them, especially the cedar ones. Oh my God, I grew up loving the smell of cedar wood. My grandmother used to have a chest. It was like the length of a queen size bed. And she put not only her valuables in there because she could lock it, she put her important papers in there, plus clothing, some of her better clothing, and it had that cedar smell to it that I just, to this day, I still love. So anyway, yeah, it does show through. And Carleen says, "Shh, Meredith, that's a secret." Ooh, well, nobody comes here, so nobody will find out through me. And Carleen says, Lily Monroe was now basically alone after her father's death. Sent to live with her furthest relative, Lily gets off the train in a strange city and finds herself seeking refuge in a Chinatown, and in a Chinatown. Okay. And hashtag catfisting. Thank you, Christian. And Carleen from YouTube continues. Will Lily succumb to the lust she's always been told was bad? And what about the man who chased her from the train? Let's we'll wait for the next exciting installment of this. This is sounding really, I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking this sounds good. It's a book. Anyway, Carl Wisman, Kamiko must have done that ad for Brian. Yeah. Oh, Kamiko. I didn't bring up your name when I saw her in Merrillville, Indiana 2 weeks ago. But she's a great waitress. She really is. She has hustle. And she was like, I think she knew that I had been watching her. I think she could see me through the screen. And she was always bringing me free stuff, like appetizers and and soup and dessert and all kinds of sweet things. I think that sweet thing was trying to keep me there, was what it was. And Christian Basil, great things to put cigars in. White House intern. Oh, send your hate mail to Christian Basil at and let's see, and Meredith Walgren, save us. It was Carl on helium. There we go. And helium, it's such a terrible thing. Don't let your kids go to helium. Wow, how did you get to helium? It was you, Dad. You taught me. Anyway. Anyway, if you're wondering what we're all talking about here, Meredith, I need your commercial here too. Oh, but we've got something else. This is something going on weekends that we really think you need to know about. Well, after we say, Meredith says, Carl, you're the only one who does outros on helium. Yeah. She is, and I just sound like I'm on Minnie Mouse on helium. But anyway, here's a show that I think you'll all enjoy from our good friend Randy Zimmerman on the Indie Bolt Network. Check it out.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on IndieVolt, IndieVolt.com, the IndieVolt YouTube channel, and the usual IndieVolt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
And you learn new things all the time, like move your damn banner when somebody else is trying to set up their ad. So anyway, please sign up for my free monthly newsletter at Rising Tide 01. There's that bit.ly address. And if you can't get to it, go to risingtide.pub or contact me via Facebook Messenger with your email address, and we'll set you up for that. The new issue goes out tomorrow. We're going to try something a little different this time. And let's say that Michaela could take me on the job and put me in her pocket and find out what's going on with Rising Tide, as well as our final personal appearances for the rest of the year. Fingers crossed that they happen in October, all right? And let's see, am I caught up with your comments? And yes, I am caught up with your comments. So I'm thinking this would be a good time for me to maybe make my way out of here and get you guys be creating again. Good God, why are you wasting all this time? Good, you could be doing something creative instead of listening to me. Oh, but we're glad you're here. We're grateful. Anyway, please check out our YouTube page. We have posted some really good stuff on there, such as the last couple of clever title pendings. Last Tuesday, we had Jason Nugent, the USA Today best-selling author, telling the tips of the trade and how he's risen as a self-publisher and being published in the mainstream. I've had a number of people compliment me on that episode. We've gotten a lot of viewings on it. People have said, man, there's a lot of stuff to unpack from that, and there is. So please check it out. And here we go. Carlene has the right attitude. She's writing as she's listening. Very cool. Well, we're glad you're doing that. And Carlene, we love you. Glad you're here. But anyway, clever title pending. We also had a fantastic episode last Saturday during the indie event with Russell Allen of Russ Explodes, Xenonanite Titan.com. Find out how he's developing this incredible project from novel to graphic novel. And we go over a lot of stuff. He's got an incredible story that if you've got an excuse not to do your work, he's gonna shoot it dead. He really is. Because if he can do it, we all can do it. I got a lot of inspiration from that show, and I think you will too. So check it out on YouTube. Do a search for Brian K. Morris, or follow the link that you see in the introduction to this broadcast. We have a link up there to that. And please subscribe and share it. Share the video. I'm sure your friends could get some inspiration from it. It is a good episode. And I'm not saying that because I'm there. Plus, this coming Tuesday, the day that the new newsletter goes out, we'll have Clayton Merwin, illustrator Clayton Merwin, the Art of the Hero Maker on Clever Title Pending. We hope you'll join us for that. And Carl Westman says, Carly, why does your latest novel have catfisting written in it? What were you listening to while writing it? Ooh, yeah. Carl, don't ask questions that you don't want to hear the answer to. And Douglas Deck says, cool show. I'm going to dump the toilet in the RV thinking of you. Well, many people think the show has gone to the toilets many a time. So, Douglas, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And think of us when you're installing that toilet. Many people do, I'm sure. But anyway, Douglas, check out the work of Douglas Deck. Put in a link to your work, please, Douglas, on our way out. We'll put it in the closing credits, all right? And Ted Davies says, have a great day, everyone. Thanks for all you do, Brian. Ted, thank you for all you do, brother. Thank you all you Nevermorians. So we're going to let Ted have the last word here. And anyway, like I said, Douglas, will let you have the last word in the close out here. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We hope you'll join us tomorrow night on, like I said, on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Here on the station you're watching this on, we are going to be talking to Clayton Merwin, the Art of the Hero Maker. He is a paperback illustrator, both covers and interiors. We're going to talk about his rise and how he got to where he is. He is the new cover artist for Charles F. Millhouse's Captain Hawkins series. Doc Saga's mine. Anyway, check it out. Clayton's a great guy, and we think you'll love him. So check out Clever Title Clever Title Pending tomorrow night. Also, we'll be back Wednesday at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central on the next Nevermind the Furthermore. And let's see, what else have we got going here? Don't forget to check out our website, risingtide.pub, where you can subscribe to the free monthly newsletter. And we're going to get the next issue, like I said, out by tomorrow at 5. You can also sign up at this bit.ly address that you see on your screen, or send me a link to your email, and I will input the information myself. All right. Anyway, this month we're going to try something different. We're going to have 2 brand new secret links of the month. One will be about Russians and food, and the other one is about a new obsession that has not replaced marble racing, but might come real close. If you like Schadenfreude, it's the place to be. But anyway, please check it out because every month we list what's going on with Rising Tide, my personal appearance schedule, guest editorials. We won't have one this month, but we'll have another one next month. And we'll have occasional book discounts, as well as special offers, as well as motivation, education, and inspiration. Plus, like I said, the secret links, that's worth the price right there. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. Also, hit that bell so that you can be alerted as to future shows. And let's see, what else have we got here? And if you're watching on Facebook, please go to the Rising Tide page, Rising Tide Publications, and give that a like. We're almost at 2,200 people. We'd love to get a few more. We post 3 or 4 new bits of content every day, and we hope you like what you see. Also, you'll see on the right-hand side of your upper right-hand side of your screen a QR code that'll take you directly to my Amazon sales page. Please check out what we've got there, and if you see something you like, you can order it there. Or if you want to order a few extra things, you want to order more than one book or more than one copy of the book, contact me directly on Facebook via Messenger. And I sometimes offer discounts for bulk purchases as well as signatures on the books. And if you order just one copy or more from me, I will sign it and we won't charge you postage. How's that sound? So, and Carlene's ignoring Carl and says, another great show. Later, everyone. Mwah. Carly, thank you for playing your part in making it awesome. All right. Thank you so much. And Carl says, bye, everyone. And there we go. And we saved Douglas Deck. He's going to be in the closer of the show. So anyway, folks, thank you all for being here on another Clever Title Pending. That's tomorrow night. I don't know what day it is anymore. So anyway, please check out Clever Title Pending tomorrow night. We'll be back Wednesday morning for another Nevermind the Furthermore. As you can see, I'm in total control.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Maybe. Anyway, we'll see. If we don't see you tomorrow night during Clever Title Pending, we'll see you at 10 a.m. on Nevermind the Furthermore. I was getting ready for my next shot here, and I'm not talking about whiskey, although that's following. Anyway, folks, have a fantastic rest of your Monday, all right? Stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. That's just what you are, all right? And try to make this day a better one for someone else while you're making it good for yourself, okay? See you later on. Have a great rest of your Monday. Thanks for showing up at Nevermind the Furthermore.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends. Because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.